beautiful, beautiful multi-dimensional beings, quantum access beings, star seeds, light warriors incarnated, those of you who are perceiving consciousness for the unity that it is, the interconnectedness that it is, experiencing heightened perception of interconnectedness through your reality and also through your mind. You have so many expanded and interconnected neural pathways. You are a gatekeeper. You have many neural pathways open to you to actually expand and move into. Something coming through in today's reading before we pull any cards is about these energetic gateways you receive. You have portals or moments in time where you have energetic gateways open and accessible to you. What does this mean and how are you feeling this? It means that at different times in the day have different energies, or there's different frequencies we can tap into. It means that different planetary placements give us different frequencies of energy to experience or tap into. And it doesn't matter if you keep up with the moon cycles, with the astrological cycles, or anything like this. Even if you have no awareness of what's occurring, you will still experience these gateways. This is basically saying your mind is a beautiful fluid vessel for adapting to energy and laying out planes of frequency for your awareness to move through at different points. For example, at nighttime, there is a very amplified gateway of energy, especially when it gets to like 1 o'clock-ish, maybe 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning. And a lot of you may find throughout your time you've been kept up sometimes, or you can't sleep, or you start getting downloads at night because you guys actually experience these energetic gateways unfold, dimensional planes or frequencies for you to explore within your mind. It's all happening through your mind and through your feeling. Your inner monologue can actually think into different frequencies, it can think into different pathways, and it can have spaces of expanded thought. You may also find at different energetic gateways you have more energy to thought travel with. You have more energy to bounce in thought. You may find this bounces in thought, you make connections very quickly, especially in heightened amplified energy gateways such as a full moon. We just had a full moon recently. You may find that energy gateways, as much as they affect your inner monologue, they may heighten it. It may make your inner monologue more vivid or more full or active. It may allow your inner monologue to stretch or reach out or expand or think into spaces that are peculiar or abstract or out of the ordinary. And also in these energetic gateways, not just mentally in your inner monologue, through feeling, you become very receptive to these gateways through your feeling and all of your senses. You may find some of your clairs in particular senses heighten within particular gateways. For some of you, I'm channeling really early morning, like if you get up early for work, or if you're up when it's kind of like this dawn energy where it feels the same as at nighttime when everyone's sleeping, but really early in the morning. You could channel a lot with nature or elemental spirits in that time. Someone could walk their dog early in the morning. There's something about, of course, the sun being a gateway at particular points of alignment, which we would call different times of the day. And so there's this energy of you actually channeling into different frequencies, different energies within the collective, within the earth, within this reality, and you're able to access different frequency planes through that, which you do through your mind, so you can think into different spaces. Also, again, like we say, it heightens all of your different clairs. Something I found in the last full moon is I don't know what that clair's called, I always forget it, but the one with the smell. So random, because it heightens around like full moons and stuff. It's like, oh, if I look at a photo of a food, I'll smell it as if it's in front of me. If I think of something, I'll smell it. Or, you start to smell people around you, people's presences. You may find that you start getting loads of songs stuck in your head, or you start channeling loads of songs. You may be very clairaudient. You may find this happens in certain points of time more than others. The thing is, we're always passing through these gateways, but we kind of go with the flow of them, and we see everything as kind of random, like, oh, I channeled a song the other day, or oh, I channeled this piece of writing, or I got this idea or inspiration come to me. But actually your guides are saying as well, it's very connected to how your frequency and your awareness and your energy is being impacted by the amplification of the energies around you, especially when we talk about those big energies like planetary alignments and the moon and different times of day and also different seasons as well. So that's a very, 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 very interesting how you almost have access to different information, different perspectives, different ideas, different outlooks, different feelings of experience, dependent on the energy in that time or the gateways that are kind of open and amplifying in that time. Like you can access different Akashic records or specific parts of information from Akashic records depending on this too. Say for example, I'm pretty sure we had Saturn in a retrograde, or there was a Saturn to do with the Saturn and the full moon. But it's like, oh, if there's a Saturn energy, the planet of commitment, responsibilities, karmic learnings, it's interesting because you may start getting downloads around that time about, karmic dynamics in your life, or you may start getting downloads about karmic dynamics within the collective, or seeing that heightened. It's like everything is very correlated. But yeah, that's what's coming through. I'm also getting through someone's amplified clairvoyance at this time because of certain other gateways. Maybe it was the full moon or connected to a moon energy. You could be very connected to a moon energy actually as well. Moon and the sun, and kind of like that yin and yang energy. But yeah, the balance of the divine feminine and masculine. But yeah, you could be connected to that, and you could be noticing you're actually having a lot of visuals in your mind, in your third eye space, whether they're ideas or whether they're just memories or things that you associate thoughts to, but then it's like a picture pops in your mind of the associated thing rather than like a thought of it or a feeling of it. So yeah, that could be heightening as well. We also have like utilizing this for maybe channeling, divination, connecting with your guides, or some form of work or art form. There could be different utilizations of different energy gateways depending on maybe the month or what's occurring. You could actually have found yourself really intrigued and interested to maybe take up old forms of study. Say for example, if you've always like resonated with astrology, but you're going back and like almost re-looking at your blueprint is what I'm hearing. So it doesn't have to be astrology. It can also be going back to maybe numerology or your life path numbers, or there could be something that loops you back around to like some sort of blueprint that's helping you understand the gateways of yourself in different parts of your psyche, but also what's around. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So someone could be researching into maybe what manifestations or rituals are best to do at what different cycles of the moon times, or in what sort of seasons or equinoxes or things like that, or different astrological dates. I'm tuning into someone utilizing magic in this way, utilizing magic by honing in and tuning in with the forces that naturally amplify certain things anyway. I also want to say, even if you don't keep up to date with things like this, you naturally flow in alignment with this. Like I say, you will naturally get downloads that progress you in particular ways, or give you epiphanies in particular ways, that correlate to these gateways, even if you're not meaning to. So say, for example, if you knew, oh, like we said before, Saturn's coming up, you could be aware of that and sit down and specifically write things to do with that energy. But even if you didn't and you had no awareness, you'd probably end up thinking about these things anyway. You are so in tune with the energies around you, so much more than maybe you realized at one point. Like things like the weather as well. The weather is an energetic gateway too. You guys reflect things like that. You reflect the weather. You also may divinate things like this because you understand, or you have this heightened perception of actually witnessing and noticing this reality being a reflection of the mind and the subconscious mind, or the subconscious collective mind space. And so you see a lot of manifested energies around you that show you about your psyche, but also the collective consciousness at that time as well. Wow, this is really cool. Okay, so we're going to pull you a card, and we have, wow, the Thunderbolt, sudden change, power and energy. So there is something that is placing energy into you that is absolutely igniting. You see this lightning, it's like right through your chakra center. And also the thunderbolt is like almost like a summoning of energy, or this is a very intense amplification towards something that's almost like an awakening. This gateway, whatever this is on about, this gateway, maybe there's like a storm around you, or there's like plasma energy or lightning, or there's something about nighttime energies or near water as well that's almost recharging you, but also giving you these downloads of interconnected framework from higher states of consciousness. And that's why it's not specific on the things you're downloading. You're downloading a framework or a blueprint of consciousness that is from an expanded or heightened state and of frequency. And so it's interesting because it's like everything's connecting together in this way, just like lightning is connecting together. I'm also getting a download for you about the fractals and how everything is slowly forking out, a bit like timelines, like veins, like leaves, like our palms, you know, like the lines on our palms, like rivers and like trees. There's this thing coming through about that, like this fractalization type of energy. And I feel like I'm seeing, I just saw in my third eye, a flash of a thought from you, and it went through a neural pathway the same as lightning strikes. And you see, this trail of thought branches off in many different points from it. There's many different turns or connections to this, but this stream of thought, and you know, this is like, as it flashes, you're moving through all of those thoughts in that quick flash. You move down all these corridors and they connect together. So it could be that in heightened gateways you're noticing at the minute, you may find there's extra quick epiphanies or downloads, or extra quick interconnectedness when it comes to realizations or sudden epiphanies. Yeah, we have sudden change power energy. You guys could also be seeing the number 16. I've been seeing 1616 a lot for the past few days, and then I went to the petrol station this morning and I accidentally used pump number 16, and I was like, wow, that's no coincidence. So now we've got the Thunderbolt echoing 16 Tower card energy. This is very, very powerful and activating. I almost feel like some of you, yeah, you've had many awakenings, you've had many shifts in energy or consciousness, but you're really being struck with something right now that is quite a powerful source of energy. Let's clarify this. We have Galactic Center coming out, and that is meant to come out because I split the deck and shuffled and saw it, and then I just pulled a random one and it's come out. So this is extra confirmed. This says, reconnect with your core purpose, draw from the center of the universe for strength. That's so interesting how it says, draw from the center of the universe from strength, when you can see this lightning looks like it's coming up above from the center of the universe, all the way down in and through you. So there's something about that was actually insane what my guys just channeled through for you. They're like, oh yeah, we're here talking about energetic gateways of the moon. They're saying that there's an energetic center, there's an energetic gateway open for you for certain alignments of planetary systems or star systems that's more towards the center of the universe, which is interesting because we don't know all necessarily the galaxies and all the stars and the planets. And isn't that funny how we are connected to every part of the universe through space and time? It doesn't matter the distance. There's things that are so far out that we can't even perceive them from this lower plane, and yet they still affect us. We still feel it. We're still connected to those energies that are so far out. Wow, that is very powerful. So that you're reconnecting with your core purpose and you're drawing life force energy from the center of the universe. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, that was very strong. Wow, so a lot of the downloads you're getting right now could be frequencies that are reaching you from very far out vibrations or very far out light codes from stars very far away or something like that as well, you guys. What's interesting here is you see the fractals go from lightning into striking a volcano, and the volcano coming out with the lava, which is almost a mirror of the lightning in the sky. So yeah, what I have coming through for you is that you are open to many energetic gateways, but just bear in mind, there are certain gateways we have no idea about that are occurring. And you seem to be pulling and channeling energy from certain spaces within consciousness or certain spaces within the universe that is very ancient, very powerful, and actually very untapped into to certain degrees consciously. This could be an ancient source of energy that you channel through naturally. And that's very, very interesting. I also am hearing center of the universe also is the center. If you are the universe, your center is also what I'm seeing here to be the heart space. That's where it looks like this center is on him, in his heart space. So there's something about your heart chakra almost being like amplified, ignited, or channeled energy through it that is activating you from your core, igniting and awakening your heart space from the core. And that makes so much sense when it says reconnect with your core purpose, because it's our heart that has passion. It's our heart that is the key to our emotions, which is our guiding compass for our purpose. The things that make us feel passionate or inspired, or that we wish to shout or share, or that give us energy to express. So there's something about your heart chakra going through a very powerful change, transformation, and energy shift where you are pulling from your core, you're pulling from your heart space, and you're literally radiating that out, or you are thinking through frameworks pulled from your heart space. You are downloading energies and knowledge that comes from the heart chakra frequency, and that connects you to a higher source, purpose, or code of being is what I'm hearing. So yeah, that is what I'm channeling through. I just see that the time is 16 minutes there. No coincidence. But I'm going to be leaving this reading here, beautiful souls. If anyone channels or channels into maybe some of the galactic centers you're harnessing or pulling energy from, I don't want to say like harnessing or pulling, but like the universe is a reflection of ourselves. So if you talk about it this way, there's a piece inside of you that you're pulling energy from that is very much in your center of your core, of the core of who you are in your eternal nature, but also, yeah, pulling from the core of who you are, you're pulling from a space inside that is undiscovered by many people is what I want to say, only because we say about the planets, some of them being undiscovered and you actually tuning or channeling energies. I also want to say that you guys could be quantumly entangled to certain planets or planetary systems where you could have had past life or starseed past lives there that haven't even been discovered by our humans yet in this day and age. So you could have memories of certain dimensional planes. What's funny is when I was having a shower just a minute ago, I saw a black cave and it was filled with dark blue crystals. But the cave was in space. This is so funny how it's connecting though. But yeah, the cave was like in space, or there's something about black holes coming through for you. Maybe you guys channel into black holes sometimes, because if you think about it, when we move through the mind to the astral planes, we're just moving through space. Space is the subconscious, the unmaterialized, and it looks, if you look up to space at the stars and the nebulas, it looks very much like the quantum realm. So it's funny how it's said to be like the biggest thing, but also it looks the same, almost similar to the smallest, compared to like Earth and everything around us here. This looks nothing like the quantum realm. So yeah, there's something about that. You could have memories or visions of planetary systems coming and finding you, connecting you with your core purpose again, blueprints and frameworks from your DNA could be being activated within these gateways too. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see and speak to you all in the next reading, beautiful souls. Mwah.